What's up, guys? Adam Hack, and I'm back. So, where have I been? Working. Pretty much about that, like trying to crush overtime. But we had a little situation here. Drove the car one time this year because fuel prices have been $1 million. Ridiculous, I know. And the one time I drove it, we had a little bit of an situation, a little bit of an issue. So, nothing catastrophic. Could have been catastrophic. I don't know how well the camera's going to show, but you're going to see oil everywhere. What happened is the seal, the crank seal, pushed out. Like, why did it push out? Well, let me show you why it pushed out. Right here, old front cover. And so right here is the seal. As you notice, it's in place. It looks nice. It looks good and all that. Watch this. Little trick it'll do here. Ta-da! Oh, let's reinstall it. Ta-da! That should not happen. And then also, cam sensor was stuck, would not come out, and I broke it. My B. So you'll have that. Have I made it to the drag strip with the new combo? Have not. Why? Because Bill Bader Jr. No, I'm not going to say that. Summit doesn't open unless they're going to make a bunch of money. I guess I am going to say it. And Dragway 42 is like an hour away, and just like scheduling. Pretty much what it is. Like, the scheduling just hasn't worked out, which sucks, but it is what it is. That's life. The car's still on the carburetor with the ghost fuel rails. Hoping to get that changed. Got to get a hold of Garrett. And, well, he just got a shop built. That's been a long process. So maybe I could take the car over there this winter and just let him have it. Like, here you go. Other news, things have snowballed a little bit. It's another subject. But this thing here would be the blind boo. Maybe I'll call it the boo thing, but the blind boo. There's also a tractor in the garage now, like a Kubota that I was doing, or that I bought because I've been restoring the family farm back to its former glory. And then, it's kind of lame, but man, it is so much damn fun. One of these things, this is the Talaria Sting R MX4. I know the MX5's out now. I bought this at 24. They didn't have the MX5 Pro out. Been riding that a lot, but let's talk about some upgrades that we're doing to the old blind marrow here. So I bought these Delta PAG fans and shroud when I originally did the motor, and I can't remember exactly what was going to happen, but they took forever to get. That's what happened, because it was during the days of when you couldn't get nothing. And I got the shroud through them, and they were like, well, they could do it better than anybody else could build a shroud, and it was like, whatever. And then, they do the wiring and everything, and it's very nicely done. And the reason I got these fans is I seen Tom Bailey's car have a methanol fire, and the fans, they were all melted to shit, but the motors and everything still worked. And these are brushless motors, they use less amps, they draw less. So, it's like, yeah, we'll get that. And so I got to put the shroud on, and here's what I'm dealing with. This gap here. And, it's like 3/4 of an inch. So, 3/4 inch square tube, put in there. Already got one cut, and after I made the cut, I was like, I could film this here. Blind guy pretends to be Fabricator. So, it's not an exact perfect fit, but when it comes to lining up with the shroud dimension, it's pretty damn close. Not bad for the blind guy. And so I'm going to attempt to replicate that again, and I'll see how it goes. And then I was going to try to put a bolt in through here, through the steel, through this mounting surface, and then trying to get, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 holes to line up. Tedious, could be a pain in the ass, will be a pain in the ass, could be disastrous. So, other part of this, and this is, got stuff sitting on the back of the car here. This is the nice thing about not having paint you don't care about. I got this here aluminum strap And my goal is to bolt the strap, the shroud, and the aluminum tube together. So this will go like, you know, something like this, okay? And then I'll bend it, put a bend in it. This is where this is going to be tedious. And bend it flat across here, and then put another bend in it and self-taper it to this mounting surface to make a mounting strap. That's the goal. I don't know how well it's going to work out. We're going to try it. We're trying stuff. We're pretending to be fabricators. But this has been my grand plan on how I was going to fix that situation. And we will see what happens. Alright, so I know this is a little close to the car, and I don't really like it either, but it is what it is going to be. So I got the face shield on here because I'm already blind and I don't got a whole lot to lose in that category. And I'm going to try to precisely cut here on my line, and we'll see how it goes. How close were we here? We didn't even nick it. Alright, well. Alright. I gotta redo my line because I'm having a hard time seeing it when I put the helmet down. And I want to use the helmet or the face shield because I'm already blind and I don't have a whole lot to lose in that category. Give me a minute here. Oops, wrong button. We're back. I got me a little combination square here, and we're going to redo this here line so I can hopefully see it better. Okay, that's a lot better. Now we'll get the old Milwaukee cordless here, and we'll try this again. Alright, now I cut it a little long, and I did that on purpose for test fitting purposes. And if it doesn't work, we can slice off a little bit more, but dang, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but that is pretty damn square. I'm going to say it again, not bad for the blind guy. Let's go over here and see if this is going to work. After my very scientific way of measuring, she is a hair too long, which is okay. It's easier to take material off than it is to add material. Let's go back over here and try this again. There we go. Don't want to tighten that up too much and bend the aluminum tubing. And we just need to take a sliver of this off. And I am not a fabricator. This is not my forte, so don't laugh at me too much. But if you die, you can laugh a little bit. It'll be alright. Don't like that. I do like going the other direction. It's just kind of hard to hold. So I guess we're going to do one of these combos again. Of course, that's moving on me. So fun fact, the first one came out perfect, and that's when I decided to film. And now that I'm filming, it's not going so perfect. So this one here is going to go on the bottom. And then you'll never see it. Alright. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Had to stand in the line of fire there because I did not want that to hit my sweet Malibu. Alright. Let's go over there and try this again. Well, alright. I'd say that is some precision right there, done by the blindish guy that wants to be a race car driver. I'm smiling right now. Anyway, I'm gonna chuck up the flap disc in the grinder, and I'm gonna smooth the edges off a little bit, you know, so they ain't sharp and there ain't no burrs or anything, and then we'll go to phase 2 of the project. Alright, so here is the end result. Is this gonna be perfect? Because this is like a hair tall. No, it's not gonna be perfect, but is it gonna be good enough? Yeah, I think so. And so this is the prettier of the two cuts. For the blind guy pretending to be Fabricator, I think that's pretty damn good. So now I am honestly, I might just self-tap it. I don't know, we'll see. Might just start with self-tappers, and then if I have to, I do have bolts and stuff that I bought to bolt the whole thing together. I know it was going to self-tapper into the mounting surface of the radiator there, but up here, this, I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be. But that's the update. Alright, holy shit, guys. I'm going to give myself what the angry cops would say, a PO on the B, or POB, pat on the back, man. I messed that up. Anyway, I'm smiling. Is it perfect? No. Is it gonna work? Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. I was only gonna put one on each corner. I think I'm gonna put 3 of them, on each, 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, so then it's secured in 3 different places. And then when it's in the car, it'll just make a big old sandwich, like a radiator, fan, shroud, aluminum square tubing, big sandwich. That's what we're going for. So I am going to do some more line drawing and measuring and cutting and bending and see where we end up here. But right now, I'm smiling. All right. So I'm smiling here. This is going significantly better than I thought it was going to go. So here's what we got going on. Boom, boom. I'm gonna have to move that out of the way so I can put the screw in. Look at this. After some very scientific looking and thinkings, she's getting a self-tapper treatment, because it's gonna be way easier. And then trying to sneak the bolt, you can't get in there to bolt it all together. So did not really think about that when I bought the bolts and stuff, but hey, I got some spare bolts and nuts, 7/16. Be all right. So I haven't secured the shroud to the bottom yet fully. I want to do the top first because the shroud's just a little too long, and with this style clamp strap, if you will, it gives it'll be firm and it'll be secure, but it'll give it the little bit of wiggle room it may need to go up or down. It's going to have to go up on the top when it goes in the car. All the forces are going to be in shear, not, trying to rip the threads out, if you will. So it'll be fine. And then where is the Here it is. You know, when you put this guy here on top, you know, it's gonna sandwich it in there even tighter and hold everything anyway, so it should work out all right. When I get this all done, I'll show you all the complete product. I don't think I'm gonna sit it in the car yet until, I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna put the water pump back in first. I can't put the water pump in until I get a new cam sensor that's ordered. And I ain't gonna be able to work on this for a couple weeks because of work and not having days off. So I'm just trying to debate what would be better. Honestly, snaking the water pump in, that could be a real pain in the ass trying to get the gaskets lined up. So probably put the water pump in first. And then I made AN hoses. They're -16, you know, these big dog hoses, so then I can, you know, move them out of the way because they do have some rotation, or, you know, have the neighbor come give me a hand and just hold these back as I slide the radiator in place. But I think putting the water pump in here first, the coolant making happener, and getting the gaskets lined up, then jamming the radiator in there. Then there's 3 wires to hook up, and I can get rid of, I got like a circuit breaker and some other bullshit for the old fan controller to get out of there. And I just need to put some eyelets on the new stuff. I think this is going to work out swimmingly. So the next thing is, since this thing leaked a shitload of oil out of it, and this combination here don't have a dipstick, a little bit of a misstep on my part. Just drain the oil out of it and see how much is in there. I did dump a quart in it because I had oil pressure when I shut it off. I had 25 pounds of oil pressure at idle, which is more than enough. And I dumped a quart in there because I was going to fire it up again and figure out where it was coming from, and then I was like, I'm going to climb under here one more time. I'm just going to put an eyeball on stuff. And I seen that crank seal pushed out, and I was like, son of a... And then I knew, well, that explains why there's oil from just behind the radiator and everything back, the entire bottom of the car, under the hood. I mean, it was just oil everywhere. So I'm assuming I wasn't really getting after or doing anything crazy. I'm assuming, though, when I got on the brakes hard a couple of times, where I was coming in a little hot, that the oil was able to slosh forward, come out where the crank seal would go, hit the bouncer, and then proceeded to just get turned into mist and slung literally everywhere. So that's what the dealio is. We'll get back to you here. Okay, so the radiator and the shroud are now mounted into one piece with my homemade straps here. This is the bottom. This is the one I'm least happiest with, but because it, you know, it doesn't fit as tight as the rest of them. But you know what? It's on the bottom, and no one's ever going to see it past this or know about it. The only thing I got left to do here before reassembly, which I can't do because I need a sensor for the cam, is do an oil change. And the oil's draining right now. I'm going to cut the filter open and make sure there's nothing in there of foul play, and then if there is, we're going to start drinking and maybe cry a little bit. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that. Well, then we'll wrap this here video up.